There are a lot of interesting aspects to the life of Jesus. That's that's an understatement, right? Obviously, that's true. One of the aspects of his life that always resonates with me is that Jesus was bringing truth and help and bringing hope and to use his own words, bringing the kingdom, God's kingdom, to people who the bigwigs and the religious leaders thought of as not worthy. In fact, if you read about the life of Jesus in the Gospels, and many of you probably have done that, so you know, over and over again, you find these stories of Jesus hanging out with people that a guy like Jesus, supposedly a guy like him shouldn't be hanging out with, like the tax collectors and women of ill repute and sometimes people who are just described in the Gospels, they're just described as sinners. This is who he's hanging out with. And the religious leaders would get ticked off at Jesus. I mean, that's the only way to say it. They'd get ticked off at him for this kind of behavior, but it was very clear. Again, you can read this and see for yourself. It's clear that he loved and he cared about the down and out, the sick, those who had blown it, the needy, those who made big mistakes, those who had failed morally. And so, as I was thinking about this and reading about this today, I just thought I'm going to offer a little reminder to myself, because I need it, and a little reminder to you too, a loving, gentle reminder to you too, that God calls us. He does. He calls us to love and to care about the down and out, the sick, the needy, those who've blown it, those who've made big mistakes, those who have failed morally. By the way, sometimes this idea of just, helping the needy, sometimes it gets presented as if it's a really simple thing to do. Yeah, just go help the needy. And frankly, it's not. Not trying to be mean here, I'm just trying to be honest. If you've tried to help those who are really down and out and have some real troubles, it's not easy to do. There's some big reasons why they're experiencing these troubles. It's not an easy thing, but we know God wants us to behave in this way and try to help anyhow. How do we know this? Because that's what Jesus did. And you know what? Through us, that's what he still does.